Today was a good day. We arrived at Chisinau early this morning. We had taken a 14-ish hour train ride from Brasov, and it wasn't horrible. Just the timing of the border wasn't the best, but got to do what you got to do to get to places you want to go. So that was good. And then when we got here, we went and had some lunch, and then got cleaned up. But the highlights of the day, we went to the opera, and it was really, really hard to understand, and just it was in Italian. I felt kind of stupid that I couldn't recognize it, but the orchestra was out playing the opera singers. So after that, and that was with Marie from UNHCR and her husband, John, and it was lovely. And then we went to dinner, and it was just an absolutely delicious dinner. John recommended a dish called Julian, which was like mushrooms with sour cream and cheese, and it's definitely blocked a couple arteries, but was absolutely amazing. So that was great. And then there was this amazing white wine that they served with it. But during our conversation, Marie brought up some really interesting points that I never thought about. She said that many refugees that come from Iran claim that they are gay, and that they have to bring in additional assistance to come in and do the refugee acceptance interviews, because there needs to be a different form of psychological processing to see if these people are really not. Because in Iran, if you are, then it's it can either lead to death, or you have to have a transgender operation, which can, be absolutely devastating. So a lot of these refugees coming from Iran just, they try to apply for refugee status. And she said it's really, really difficult to distinguish kind of the real and the not real. And I guess I just never thought of it, because in the States, I wouldn't say that it's widely accepted, but I feel like especially where I grew up in Olympia, and where I did my undergrad in Bucket Western and Bellingham, it's kind of, it's not, people have the right to love whatever gender they wish to love. And I just, coming from being over here, I never really thought of refugees having to flee because of their sexual orientation, having to flee their country just because it's illegal. So that was really interesting. And then she also talked about how in countries similar to Iran, that if you're in a family that doesn't have a boy, they will, what am I trying to say? The youngest daughter will be raised as if she were a boy the entire time. And I had never heard that before, and I thought that was really interesting. They raise them like a boy, they go to school like a boy, all of these things. Naeem actually brought up a movie, or a documentary, I think, that I've never seen, called Osama, which is about this whole idea, and so I definitely will be going to watch that soon. But no, they said that the transition later in life is difficult, but it's not impossible, and that a lot of times once these women hit around 18, they go back to more feminine roles, and they can get married. But I feel like the transition of growing up as being treated like a male, and being raised like a male, and having to have attire and haircuts like a male, it would do so much psychological damage to these children. Your entire perception and way of life would be different. But I guess those were the two biggest takeaways from today for me. It was just that when I thought about refugees, obviously I thought about political reasons and religious reasons, and but I never thought of sexual orientation until it was brought up today, because it had never crossed my mind. But no, I thought it was two interesting points that I don't think many people were aware of and were relevant. But yeah, Moldova is very pretty. We've only been here for a very short bit, but I'm very excited. John said that tomorrow we should wear clothes that we can move in, because we would be doing a lot of things, and I am excited and slightly nervous, but not really. More excited to see what tomorrow brings and the adventures to come. But Arrivederci. Ciao.